Title: New Beginnings. Lily had always dreamed of the bright lights of the big city, but growing up in a small town, those dreams seemed too far out of reach. Her world was filled with familiar faces, endless fields, and the comforting hum of rural life. The idea of skyscrapers, bustling streets, and endless opportunities was more like a far-off fairy tale. One evening, just after graduating college, Lily packed up the small suitcase she had brought with her from home, stuffed with hopes, fears, and a few personal mementos. Her parents, both proud and tearful, stood in the doorway, waving her off as she boarded the bus bound for the city. The metro city was everything Lily had imagined and more. The air was thick with the energy of 1,000 lives intertwining, people rushing to and from, bright neon signs flashing advertisements, and the sound of car horns filling the streets. It was overwhelming, thrilling, and completely foreign. At first, she felt out of place. The pace of life was too fast, the faces too unfamiliar, and the noise never seemed to stop. But Lily had always been resilient. She found a small apartment in a quiet neighborhood, far from the chaos but close enough to the subway to get to work. Her new job at a trendy cafe became her first anchor in the city. She had never worked in such a fast-paced environment, but over time, she began to feel the rhythm of it. She learned the names of regular customers, became friends with her quirky coworkers, and started to find comfort in the routine of it all. The once terrifying streets of the city now seemed like a patchwork of stories and possibilities. One day, as she was walking to work, she stumbled upon a small park tucked between two towering buildings. It was serene, almost magical in its quietness, a place that reminded her of home. As she sat on a bench, the same sense of belonging she'd felt in her small town began to return, but this time, it was different. She wasn't just the small town girl anymore. She was a part of something bigger, a city with its own heart, just like the one she'd left behind. Lily didn't know what the future held, but for the first time since her arrival, she wasn't afraid. She was a small town girl, but in the metro city, she had discovered a new side of herself, a side that was brave enough to embrace the unknown, and smart enough to find beauty in the chaos. She smiled, feeling at home for the first time in the heart of the metro city.